New York State programs. They have a lot of different options. They have an offer program, very similar to the IRS. There's a couple of different wrinkles. One and done deal. I do a lot of New York and New York City offers and compromises. I deal a lot with the Department of Finance. I'll get these done. I know the rules, but client needs to make sure that they can pay it, or they need to withdraw and fight another day. New York State has other options, just like the IRS. There's installment agreements. Now, the difference between New York and the IRS is New York State agreements only go up to 5 years. There's no partial pay. So the problem is, if you don't qualify for an offer, let's say you owe sales taxes of $1 million, and I can work out a deal to settle for 40% of it because it's trust funds. New York State has a higher standard than the IRS on trust funds. So if you can't pay the $400,000 over 5 years, then the other option is do an installment agreement. Now, same thing. That now you're back to the full thing. I can't pay $1 million over 5 years either. So New York State doesn't have a partial pay or a non-collectible status per se. And this only comes into play when New York will restrain someone's driver's license, which is going back to our first video. That's similar to the IRS pulling the passport. New York State will go after the driver's license if you owe more than $10,000, and that's to get compliance. But the difference is, if you don't qualify for the offer, which is why I always try to do the offer, the installment agreement, if the amount is so large, you cannot get into an agreement. There's no partial pay agreement. The only thing you can do is apply for what's called a restricted driver's license. Say, in New York, I need it for work. They give you, okay, you could drive to go to work only, and for certain medical reasons. But they put a restriction. Again, I don't know how they enforce that, but that's why operative word was similar to IRS. Did not let it get to that stage. File your returns on time. That stops the interest and penalties. Don't let New York State make returns for you. File your returns, even if you can't pay. Try to work out an agreement early, and you get ahead of the game.